All right, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining this episode of my show. My name is Shola Jordan Adeoye, and I want to say thank you for joining. And as you're joining, maybe you're joining on Facebook, or you're joining on Instagram, or joining on YouTube. I want you to do me a favor. Please go ahead and share this video. Share it because what we're about to do tonight, I mean, this morning, is actually something very important, something that will change the face of our country, Nigeria. And one thing I wanted to do real quick is I want someone to give me a feedback real quick. Are you hearing me clearly? Is the audio good? Is the video good? Let me know from your side right there by the grace of God. But today we're going to be looking at Nigeria. And my guest for today is a presidential candidate. All right. So we're going to be looking at the problem of Nigeria. This is Naija politics. We're going to be bringing it to you once in a while, not constantly, because you know me. I don't really talk politics that much anyway. But I'm going to start doing that right now because I believe it's important for us to talk about it. So today we are going to be hosting a presidential candidate, someone that is running for the office of president in Nigeria. And for you to have someone running for the office of the president in Nigeria, it's a big, big office. It's not going to be an easy job, but this young man is ready, prepared. He is ready to go straight to Aso Rock and spin the old stuff around. We want to know today how prepared he is. We want to know what are the plans that he has put together for Nigeria. Now we're talking about electricity, talking about security. We want to talk about jobs in Nigeria. We want to talk about education. We want to talk about different regulations that will make Nigeria a better place. So tonight, I mean this morning, I have with me the presidential candidate going for the office of the president of Nigeria, Mr. Joseph Fadojo. How are you doing today?
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right. I would like to ask few questions from you, and I want you to just be direct with us and just be straight. Uh, who is Joseph Fadojo, and where are you coming from?
All right, thank you, sir. Like you rightly said, my name is Faduri Oluwadare Joseph, in full, and AKA Father Joe,
Okay.
as so many people know it to be. I am a young man who came from the poorest city of Nigeria, from the poorest family, but which God brought from nowhere now to somewhere. I was born to a family of seven. Later on, a couple of death took some of them, and now we are left with three. I lost my father when I was 4 years old, and I lost my mother when I was 14 years old.
Wow.
So as at 14 years old, I've become an orphan, trying to make things, work in my country. I went to the university in Ambrosali University, where I read sociology. And after then, I was in Nigeria for 4 years, 5 years, no job, before relocating to United States. And glory to God, today I'm a nurse, a licensed nurse in America, making reasonable money, able to care for my family, run a foundation for the last 10 years in Nigeria, F Family Foundation, to contribute to my society. And now realizing that we need more than a foundation, we need a change at the top, and Nigeria needs to be a better and a great nation.
Wow, that's fantastic. I love that. That's fantastic right there. You walked yourself from the bottom all the way to where you are right now, and you're still going up. You're still going up and stuff. So I want you to tell us quickly because of our time. How prepared are you for this office? The office of the president, president of Nigeria, is not just any kind of office. Someone must be well prepared for it. I don't like politics. I don't talk politics, but I believe that whatever will affect the country will definitely affect me. And that's the reason I'm bringing you on my show to give it to us. We want to know. We want to know there is a presidential candidate in Houston that will be going to Nigeria to fight a battle for us. How prepared are you? What are the things that you are going to address? What are the situations in Nigeria, the challenges facing Nigeria, and do you have answers for these things?
Thank you, Pastor Jordan, for that question. When God gives a man a dream, he gives him everything that is going to take to fulfill the dream. Our country is a mess. And there's no one around the world that don't know that. It's a country where we have everything, but we lack everything. And the reason why I'm running for this election is not because I want to be a politician. It's not because I love politics. I've never had any political officer in my life.
Mm.
But I realized that every time I go to Nigeria, every 6 months, it gets worse than the last time I saw it. Every time I go, it's worse than the last time I saw it. And I ask myself, what is happening to our nation? I joined the wagon of those who are complaining about it and all that. I gave up on the country until something, God said to me, okay, you're complaining about this country. What are you going to do about it?
Mm.
Well, I'm not going to do anything about it. We're just going to be praying. And another voice said to me, it is the time of prayer is over. It is time for action.
Mm.
Somebody must make himself available as a Joseph of this generation
Can
to rescue that
Can I
country.
stop you right here?
Yes, sir.
You said the time of praying is over. It's time to act.
Yes, we have been praying. Nigeria is the most prayerful nation in the world.
Yes.
If a country is to be the best with prayer, Nigeria should be the best. Because we pray more than any nation, more than even Israel.
Of course.
So now it has come to a point where we must take action. The church also must be involved. Because when we are praying and hooligans are taking over government, God is not going to change hooligans. It is people of God that is going to come out and make a decision to say, who are we voting for this election? So this election is about the soul of our country. And God is raising me as a Joseph of this generation to rescue that country so that we can fix our problem. We know the problems. The problems, everybody is aware. If you ask any Nigerian, what are the problems? They will say, okay, we need light, corruption, and all these things. If we can fix light, electricity in our country, we'll have cut our problem in half. If we can fix light, if we can computerize Nigeria, we'll have solved corruption and cut it in half too. So these are my major things that I want us to do. That let's get there. If we are sincere about making Nigeria a great nation, the first agenda must be light. Since 1960 up till now, our leaders come and say, we'll fix light, and they go there and do something different. But let us for once sit down and fix this light. And if I become Nigerian president, if I don't have experts in Nigeria to fix it, sir, I will go to Ghana and beg them to come and help us. I'll go to South Africa. I don't even have to go to white man country. There are African nations that are doing better, that have light. 24-hour light, and that is why we have a better nation. Sometimes it goes that we have Ghana must go in Nigeria. Today, the reverse is the case. Is Nigeria must go in Ghana. Just because they were able to realize that if a nation must grow, electricity is the first thing to fix. So let us for once fix that electricity and put our country on a path of development.
Well, I overheard you. You said you have never held a public office before and stuff. How are you planning to deal with the dinosaurs, the big guys who have been in government, the ones they already have their tentacles all around in ministries, in the government, all around, everywhere, all around Nigeria? How do you want to deal with the northerners? How do you want to deal with people who are shouting that a Yoruba nation must go? How are you going to deal with people who are talking about the Igbo movement? All right. How do you want to cope with all that? What do you have planned?
Thank you, sir. The problem of Nigeria, like I've always told my Yoruba people, is not Yoruba nation.
Okay.
Our problem is leadership. In a country where there's no real and good, sincere, accountable leadership, then people will begin to feel marginalized.
Okay.
The Igbo man, the Yoruba man, everyone is feeling that marginalization because of absence of true leadership. If we produce for our country, look at where we are in America here. Are we saying that we don't have also tribes in this part of the world? Other countries also have tribes, but because they have good leadership, so it is easier, to project a country. It is easier to make things work. If we have a country where you have 24-hour electricity, where Igbo man can go do his trade, where Fogadasa can work, hairdresser can work, even housewife can cook and keep in the fridge, people will not feel marginalized. If you have a country where an ordinary youth, has a job to do, then people won't bother about government. In America, how much of government do we bother about? Because you can get something doing. But in a country where nothing is happening, where we have everything and we lack everything, where we have crude oil, yet we are the one importing oil, where we have agriculture, but we left it and now we are importing food we are eating. So it's a country where we have everything and we lack everything. And that is why people are shouting here and there, because they feel or they feel being marginalized. Now, what we're going to do is that to bring everybody together is to produce a leadership where everything will work. There's no structure that works in Nigeria.
Yeah.
If all these structures are working, people will not feel marginalized. We are graduating thousands of students every year. How many of them are gainfully employed? So these are the problems. And the only way of escape is everybody running out of our country. How long are we going to continue to lose our citizens to other nations of the world? So if we create a country where people can get jobs, a country where everybody can be able to survive, with either government job or private jobs, private sectors invest in our country because we have 24-hour electricity, then we'll have a country that people will cry foul of being left behind. And most importantly, when I become Nigerian president, we're going to create a 500-man panel to review our constitution. Because one of the problems is our 1999 constitution. A lot of Nigerians feel that it is not a we, the people constitution. So since we have 250 ethnic tribes, let us pick two people from each tribe and make it 500 and let them come together and give us a new constitution that we call we, the people of Nigeria constitution. When you do all of this, people will feel a sense of belonging and nobody will feel marginalized. Thank you, sir.
All right. Everyone, I'm here to actually ask you questions just like as a Nigerian. And not maybe I am doubting that you are going to be able to do it. I'm just going through the questions that we have, and I want to be the one asking the questions and stuff. Now, as a wealthy man that you are, you've been able to walk from zero to the point where you are right now. Many people are actually saying that they're going to pray for you. It's not going to be easy and all kinds of stuff if God is leading you to do it. My question is still that uh, Nigerians, they are not easy to handle the way you just put it together for us. Uh, there are these fathers and these big guys who possibly, maybe they are richer than you. I'm not sure how rich you are, but maybe they are richer than you, and they have the money to throw around the stuff. Like you just mentioned something about, thugs and all kinds of stuff. They have thugs that are working for them, scaring people and all kinds of stuff. How do you plan? What kind of plan do you have to penetrate the people? How many people do you have right now campaigning on your behalf? Do you have your tentacle in the north? Do you have your tentacle in the east, in the south side? What are the stuff? What are the achievements you've been able to make so far?
Thank you for that question, sir. Unfortunately, the cabals are growing older by the day.
Yeah.
They are getting weaker by the day because age is no longer on their side. That is one thing. Secondly, is that when I started this campaign, I started with only two people, myself and God. But right now, as I'm talking to you, I have 3.8 million followers, 3.8 million people that are working right now, structure in Nigeria, in all the 36 states and also the federal capital, Abuja. From the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west of Nigeria, we have over 3.8 million people right now that are also part of our rescue mission of our country. Now, when it comes to how we're going to run this election, I know that this election, if it comes to money, of course, these people are richer than me. I'm not a poor man, but I'm not as rich as they are. So what it means is that I know there are meaningful Nigerians around the world who want the good nation, who wants to be able to go to their country. The level of insecurity, level of kidnapping, nobody wants to see that. A lot of us are not even able to go home anymore. I just came back from Nigeria. I missed 2 attacks. The Kaduna airport attack, I was there. I left that airport 5 minutes. I want to believe that, well, it wasn't a coincidence because I was part of that trip and they knew I was traveling to Kaduna. And when I finished what I went to do in Kaduna, I said, okay, let me also take the train and see how the train system works in Abuja. I took train from Kaduna to Abuja and I missed the train attack by another 5 minutes. So meaning that these powers that are doing their best to see how they can eliminate this young man. But if God is for us, nobody can be against us. So I need people's prayer. I need their support, and I also need their financial support because I know that no matter how rich you are, there is no way you cannot a presidency alone. Even in America here, you can't do it by yourself alone. So every $1, every £1 goes a long way to bring the fight to them. Look at what they did. They are trying to make sure that not even a young man will be able to have, an attempt at the presidency. They put the price at 100 million. That means that you have
what
already.
What is 100 million?
100 million is the presidential ticket money.
Oh, so for you
So
to run,
for you to run, the form alone is 100 million.
then you're going to embezzle money when you
Then
get there.
definitely what they are saying is that you want a looter, you want a thief.
You want to embezzle money,
you
pay
want to
the
be-
money first, and
yes.
come and loot.
It's not even the problem. My problem is that you have disenfranchised 90% of Nigerians.
Will they give you money for to run your campaign?
Well, government used to do that before, but
Yeah.
Buhari came into office and stopped that. So it means that after the 100 million,
Yeah.
you still need another 100 to 2, 3 to 400 million to run campaign.
So how many people are going to pay that 100 million? Every presidential
One
aspirant.
person pays 100 million.
Every presidential aspirant.
Every aspirant
will pay 100 million.
100 million
to get the ticket.
To get just the ticket.
And then when you get to primary, it's possible for you to be eliminated.
Possible.
Then are they going to refund the 100 million?
It is not refundable.
Oh.
So it is an investment. It's a risk investment.
Okay.
But I want Nigerian people to support me because I am sacrificing something for my nation. I feel that it is time for us to sacrifice something for our country. If we allow these people, these gladiators, to continue to run our country, they will run it to naught. Look at the way our country is right now. Our country is a country where we have everything, but we lack everything. There are 200 million Nigerians outside Nigeria. Now people are dying abroad and they're being buried abroad. Generations are wiping and waiting away.
The people, they are asking that we want to see the face of this presidential aspirant. And we want you to take your glasses off. All right.
Not a problem. My eyes are okay.
That's not a problem at all. He's a very handsome guy.
Very handsome young man.
You know
I think, Pastor, if your country is going to be beautiful,
yeah.
I think you have to check it from the presidency. If your president is beautiful, then your country is going to be beautiful at the end of the day. It is time for us to change the direction. Our country can be better. Our country is fixable, sir.
Okay.
It is fixable. How on earth can we have 24-hour light in Ghana and we can't have in Nigeria?
Okay.
How can we have free education in America and we can't have in Nigeria?
Yeah.
How can we have the level of hunger in our country is what is resulting to people going to rituals and all that. When there's no job, there is no hope, and you see all these people come to internet, to oppress the ordinary Nigerian. Yes. Then people will go into all sort of crime. A country where people are not working, definitely there's going to be crime. So I want people around the world to join me. Please join me financially, join me spiritually, join me every way you can. Go to my website, fadojo.com, and see how you can be part of this campaign. We are getting into this to rescue our country. Our country needs to be rescued. And if we all can come together, yes, we can.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, I know you already, actually, during the time we were discussing, you put up plans for the young people also, because the country belongs to them, and they must to grow into a new beautiful Nigeria where there is security, jobs, and all kinds of stuff. And somebody asked me, what are your plans towards the Nigerian churches? You see a lot of all these, actually not just churches alone, religious organizations. How do you plan to manage them so that we'll put a stop to all of these scamming and all kinds of fake miracles and all kinds of stuff happening in Nigeria? Because it's part of what is destroying the country also.
Thank you. That's a very good question. Religion is a very sensitive part of our life, and people of government have used religion to either divide us or scam us. In as much as that part of our system has not helped, Nigeria. Yeah. We're not going to also take it away that it has helped in some other ways in giving people hope. People who are hopeless. There are still good men of God out there, and one of them is one sitting beside me and giving me and talking to me here. So we still have very good.
I'm trying to be good
men of God. So it is not all of them that is in that category.
Yeah.
But the problem we have is that we have a law in our country. All we need to do is to strengthen that law and also apply the law and take emotions out of our politics. So that if we take emotions out of our politics, if there's any church, any man of God that is found wanting and wanting, then let it go with the way of the law. But we have people that are above the law in our country. Once they become a bishop and they are dining and whining with the presidency, then they are untouchable. Nigeria's a country where every man of God has jets, even more than American pastors. And most of them are not even, I learned recently, most of them don't even pay their parking or the expenses of putting their jet, hanging them at the airport. All of these are not supposed to be. If a man of God, then follow the law of the country. So if we're able to strengthen our laws and making sure that we're not giving room for all these fake miracles up and down, then I think that will go a long way to strengthen and reduce corruption even at the level of the church.
All right. Based on my own knowledge and me being, I grew up on the street. Um, with this kind of mindset that you have, do you think the religious leaders in Nigeria will support your campaign? Because now you're planning that you're going to stop them from doing some certain things that they're doing. At the end of the day, they might say, oh, this guy is going to take money away from us. It's better for us not to campaign for him or support his mission. What do you intend to do, in case that these people decide to rebel against you?
Well, I have not said I'm going to stop them from doing anything.
Okay.
I'm only saying that we're going to regulate. We're
going
to use government as laws.
Okay.
There are laws that govern.
They don't want the law to work.
Well, even in the church, there are laws in the church.
But they don't want the laws to work.
Because in the church, you can't just come in and do certain things. There are rules for every church that you will follow.
Yeah, but they don't want the law to work.
Nigeria is a country. Yeah. Any reasonable men of God in Nigeria, who want the country to prosper, who wants the country to get better, will not say he or she is going to be against the law of the country.
But that's what they're doing right now.
Well, what we're going to do is just making sure that we strengthen the law. And the law is open there. I didn't make the law.
Yes.
The country made the law. People make the law. Yes. So I am not bringing a new law. It is not an existing law. Let's make sure we apply
just implement the law. Let them
that's all. So I'm not coming to attack.
And if they don't agree to that, then they are actually not. They are one of the agents destroying Nigeria.
That is it. I will be a man of God. I will be a president that is talking to Nigerians from time to time. Anything that is wrong, I will be on TV every time, talking to Nigerians, educating them. Because a lot of time, our leaders don't educate us. And some of these men of God, they go on their pulpit and they bamboozle the people, and they even preach, in such a way that you come against your own government. So I am not coming to attack any religion, whether Christian, whether Muslim. No, I just want to have a country, fix our country, electricity, light. If people have jobs to do, even the church or the mosque would dupe them, would scam them less. If people have job to do. In America now, I go to work, I know how much I'm making per hour, and I work per hour. So it has a level a man of God can scam me. Because I have my financial emancipation. But the people have financial burden. So it is easier for them to be scammed. So if we're able to fix our country, I can assure you, sir, some of those religious scamming will actually reduce.
Wow, that's beautiful. Somebody's asking a question out there that I should ask you that how much have you contributed to the development of our country, Nigeria?
Thank you. That's a very good question. How much have I contributed to my country? Like I said, I have F Planet Foundation that I started 10 years ago. How did it come that I started the foundation? I'm a man that I said I lost my mother when I was 14 and my father when I was 4 years old. So I grew up as an orphan, and I knew what it is, to be poor in the terms of being poor. And when I was in university, let me be honest with you, I eat from girlfriends and all that to survive in the university. But there's one thing I do in the university when I was there, which today they are still talking about it. In my 300 level, I realized that there's this faculty association they call Social Sciences Association. And in other schools it's so big. Because in social sciences, that's the biggest faculty in any school. We don't have it in our school. I said, how come we don't have it in Epoma? Then I put together all the departmental heads in that faculty. Economics, banking and finance, I read sociology, political science, and I put together, and we used our money to fund, to start, and create that faculty. Now in Epoma, that is the biggest faculty because I saw beyond. I didn't see what I was going to gain in 1998, 1999 when we were forming the association. Now, 20 years later, that is the biggest association in that school right now. Now, after graduating and I left school and I came back to US and started working, then I realized that I needed to help people that was once in my position of being poor. I started Air Planet Foundation. We're given money, given food, given medical eyeglasses and all that.
I think I saw,
it's on Facebook.
Eyeglasses.
So you can go on Facebook and look up Air Planet Foundation. We're still doing it. As of today, as I right now, we are still paying school fees for some widows for their children. They cannot afford it. So when I was coming from Nigeria, I actually borrowed my ticket to fly down here to US. But today I've paid more than 10 tickets of people that need to travel abroad. So the foundation has been helping. But I realized that our problem is not foundation. Financial cannot solve it. Let us solve the financial of our country, then we'll take it up from there.
All right, I need to ask you this quickly. Are you in a cult? Are you in a cult? Because, for you to say, "Oh, I want to go to Nigeria and be the president," Yoruba people will say, "And to have a we realize that these people going in there to be president, they are member of one secret society, or they already have babalawo that is doing incision and stuff, because the environment is not that, and Jesus is not won't act very fast. When you call Jesus will act very fast. So can you tell us, are you well fortified
Well, I am fortified by God.
by God?
I'm not a desperate man.
Good.
But one thing I always know is that a man is going to die by something anyway. So a lot of time, what we are afraid of don't happen to us. Oh, I may die. Oh, I may this, I may that. So a lot of time, what we are afraid of, it don't happen. So if we're all going to be afraid, when I wanted to start this race, some people tell me, Father Joe, don't go to Nigeria. Oh. You know those people, oh, they would this, oh, they would that, oh, they are dangerous. I said, if God is the one sending me to lead, I'm just a Joseph that God wants to use to lead. I'm not alone. Nigerian people are abroad, everywhere in Nigeria. Those who are suffering, they are all my court. I do not belong to any court. I do not belong to any society. The only society and court I want to belong to is the Nigerian people that are suffering home and abroad, and how we can peace that country. I want us to have a country so that when you have a vacation, you can go to your country. When you want to retire, you can go to your country. There is no place like a country. Look at what's happening in Ukraine. What happens if tomorrow America starts a war with Russia or with China? Where do we go to? What happened if you're in Canada, if you're in Australia, if you're in London, and war starts there tomorrow? Where do you go to? So we must create a country that we can go to. All of us, most of us have houses, cars, and so many things in our country. We can't even go there anymore. So I don't belong to any court. I belong to the court of God upstairs. And I know that He will continue to protect me. And I want all of you to continue to pray for me. Your prayers I need. Your support I need. I want you, Nigerian people, to be my godfather. And when you do that, you support me with your money, with your gift, with everything, then we can make a country. I said sometimes ago, when Donald Trump said he wants to make America great again, I said, no, if there's any country that needed to be great again, it's Nigeria. There was a time that Nigeria was a great country. So right now, we're going to come together and rescue that country and make Nigeria great again.
Yes, and I'm still reading comments, and people are asking questions. So many questions, man. Let's deal with these. You are a Christian. Are you going to be a Christian leader, or are you going to be a leader to the people? Either, Babalawo will invite you to come to their shrine, Muslim will invite you to come to the mosque, Christian will invite you, or everybody will invite you. Are you going to be the president for all, or are you going to take Christianity to the to the Aso Rock?
Thank you for that question. For those who probably have been following me, they know my answer to that. And people can go to the internet and look at some of the things I say all the time. One of the things that has destroyed our country the way it is today is religion and tribe. And one thing I promised myself is that I am not going to be a Nigerian president as a Yoruba man, or as an Igbo man, or as an Hausa man, but a Nigerian president. I'm not going to be a Nigerian president as a Christian or as a Muslim, but a Nigerian president, because all of these things are what our fathers have used to divide us. I'm not going there to be a Christian president or to be a Muslim, but a Nigerian president. We must have one country, one Nigeria. When we do that, then we'll have a nation. There's not going to be Christianity or Muslim or Babalawo. I am not going to be sided to one side. I am going to lead a country that is called Nigeria. I'm going to see any Christian, any Muslim, any tribal person or herbalist as a Nigerian, and we'll do everything under that country, Nigeria.
Actually, your religion is personal anyway. The moment you are in the public office, you are actually the leader to everybody. Yeah. It's just like a king. A king is a king over everybody. And if they come to you, you can't choose people that you will favor over the others. You must favor everybody.
But the government we have now, they don't do that. But we're going to change that, because another thing is that I don't blame our elders. Like I run my campaign, I said, my campaign, there's no abuse or there's no insult.
Yeah.
You cannot give what you don't have. Yeah. Our fathers right now, they're analog. And as an analog, you cannot operate on a digital system. So the best they can do is what they are doing right now. So we, the younger generation, with international exposure must do everything to pick up the pieces of our country and run with it. They've done the best they can. Their best may not be good enough. Then let us leave it the way they are. Let us thank them for what they have done. The corruption in our country, let us thank them for how far they have invested the money. But let's pick our country from where it is and see how we can fix it. Our country is fixable and we can fix it. All I need is support of Nigerian people, both home and especially people abroad, for support. I don't want to take money from a godfather that will end up telling me, don't fix life. Don't fix it. We're the one behind it. If Nigerian people can support me like we have American people, people abroad supporting their candidate, then I know this election is winnable. We can win it because it is now me versus the older generation. So I am the only young man and youth that is running and that is still running, that is contesting and doing everything possible to make sure I get the form and I run with them under Labour Party. So please join me, support me spiritually, mentally, financially, and let us create a country that we can call our country again.
All right. I know people will still have questions, but we don't have time. How can they send their questions to you? Number one, how can they reach out to you in case they want to support? Because I know a lot of people are watching right now. A lot of people will watch later, and they might say, "Okay, I think this guy is actually talking good," and we feel like let's get in touch with him. It doesn't matter how much we have. It's possible for us to help your campaign. We're in Nigeria, we're in America, Canada, Europe. How can they get in touch with you?
Thank you, sir. That's a very important question because this election is about we, the people. It's not going to be me alone. We have to come together to rescue our country. So you can reach me through my website, fatherjoe.com, FADOJOE, fatherjoe.com. All your questions will be answered within 48 hours. We'll respond to you. And if you're in America, you want to donate, you can also donate through that. You're in Canada, you're any part of the world, you want to donate, you can donate through that same website too. But if you're in America and you really want to reach and you want to donate through a Zelle or something, you can do that through my phone number 646-515-8935. 646 plus 1 646-515-8935. That is my line. I'm accessible. If you're a Nigerian, you want to reach me, you want to talk to me, and you are sincere about our country, call my number. I will pick it and talk to you about our country. You want to support us financially, you can use that number with a Zelle. And also, you can go to fatherjoe.com or through a GoFundMe and give your support. I need your support spiritually, like I said. Your prayers is going to be the one that will power me through this election. And also, your financial support is very important. No matter how rich I am, I need you to support me because it's a lot to cover. 36 states, federal capital, and people that are hungry and needs to be rescued. There's a lot to cover.
Wow. I'm still thinking in my head 100 million. Yes. Man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to want to actually sacrifice. And you want to sacrifice your life also. Because going into politics and wanting to be the president, it's a very challenging stuff. And I know the Lord will go with you.
Amen.
And
Amen.
He will make all crooked ways smooth.
Amen.
If it is the will of God for you,
Amen,
it will come to pass. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Before the candidate will be leaving, I just want him to just give us just a few words. What kind of help, all right, he is asking for? He's asking for spiritual, financial, all kinds of stuff. So, but we want him to encourage us too. How do you want us to live our lives as Nigerians? What do we still have hope in Nigeria? Are we supposed to continue to love Nigeria, or we should give up on Nigeria? And then finally, just wrap it up with your closing remark.
Thank you. To my fellow Nigerians out there, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. I know that some of you, or many of us, have lost hope in our country. I was in that position before. I lost hope in that country, in everything. And I felt nothing is going to work. Some people have that notion that, oh, nothing can work in that country. But I want you to know that hope is on the way. We're not going to give up on that country. Because I'm afraid we are turning second generation of slavery abroad. Our great fathers, they came abroad by force. That was the first slavery. But now we came voluntarily abroad in order to make money and go back to our country. But now we now find ourselves that we're not able to go back anymore because home is not safe. Because home is not a place we can go anymore. So if we continue not ready to sacrifice anything, So that means that we'll see ourselves being able to stay abroad and not able to go to that country anymore, dying abroad, burying abroad, and generation wasting away abroad. But I want to tell you that there can still be hope for that country. And that is why I tag my campaign Rescue 2023. Enough is enough. Yes, we can. If people can come together, there is nothing they cannot do. Even Bible says a two will chase 1,000. Then you can imagine what millions would do. That means we can chase millions. So I want you to join me and let us restore hope. Let us restore dignity. Let us restore love back to that country. Pick up the pieces of that hope that you have lost, because hope is coming in 2023. Please support my candidacy. Please support and see what we can do, because our country can be great again. Let us come together and fix that country, and let's have a country that we can be proud of again. Support me spiritually, support me most importantly financially, and let us bring about another country we can call Nigeria again. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. We actually appreciate you for coming. A lot and lot of questions there, and people are really expecting answers. But I believe you guys can actually go to the website, www.fadojo.com, and you will be able to get a place where you will be able to send your questions in. And you can make a phone call to him through his phone number also. We're going to see the phone number on the screen later. When I'm done, I'm going to put the phone number down at the bottom. You guys can get his phone number, make a phone call through, and ask him questions that you have. And I want to just quickly just appreciate you. I want to appreciate AfriX. AfriX, the money transfer company for all Africans in diaspora, and for those who are in Africa also. You can download AfriX app. You can get money from Africa. You can send money to any part of the world. All you need to do is just download the app, and it's going to be on your phone. You can save your money right there also. When you go to the wallet, you can save your money in Bitcoin. You can save your money in Naira, in dollars, in pounds, whatever currency you want to save your money in, right there. And then if you're a student, you can use AfriX to pay your school fees, and we are going to be giving you money on top of that. All right. And then if you're a business person, you can use AfriX to collect money from your client anywhere in the world. If you're a pastor and you have online ministry, you can use AfriX to collect your offerings and donations from anywhere in the whole wide world. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I'm going to be bringing you guys more and more shows on this network by the grace of God. But for now, thank you for coming. I'm from the presidential aspirant. Thank you. And God bless everybody, and have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day.
Thank you, sir.